Hi guys, this is Jesse with The City Magazine, and today we're going to be doing our first ever City Rides. I'll be interviewing our CEO and Editor-in-Chief, Shelley Mozelle. I'm also here with George from Audi, and we're actually going to be driving in the new Q8, and he's going to go ahead and give us a little update on it.
Awesome guys, again my name is George from Audi El Paso. This is a brand new designed Q8, full LED headlights, frameless door handles, sports package, 2 LED screens. I mean, this vehicle has got it all, guys. So again, come visit us at 1444 Airway Boulevard at Audi El Paso.
Shelley, you own The City Magazine, and you've been editor-in-chief for
8+ years.
8+ years, and you've also been in the El Paso market in the media for
12, 13, 14.
And
But who's counting?
So how have you seen it change? I think nowadays, media has kind of evolved into kind of maybe a new era, but you guys are still kind of staying relevant through all the innovation. What do you think is contributing to you guys?
You know, as far as the magazine goes, when we first started in the magazine industry back in '03, we were educating people on why magazines were important, because we'd really never had a lifestyle magazine in El Paso.
Yeah.
Jump forward, people are educated, people get it. People have become more educated in everything they're doing when they're doing media buying. You know, they want results, they want longevity, and they want to make sure that you're going to show a product that you promise them. And I think that is part of what's been successful for us.
Yeah. I think, with all that being said, you know, kind of showing people a product that they want to be familiar with, I think the city is changing maybe even faster than people can keep up with. Do you think you guys are right on the money with it? You're in tune to the right stuff and promoting the right people? And
so I think we have our finger on the pulse of the city and the pulse of what's going on with the growth. I tell everyone, you know that, in our office, this is the most exciting time to be in El Paso.
Agreed.
Our ancestors went to sleep for a little bit, and we kind of let things just be on the norm. But it seems our young and up-and-coming young people have said, not anymore. We're proud of our city. We want what every city has. And so saying that, they bring something really exciting to the table. They bring a travel piece that they've traveled all over. Your people have traveled all over, and you bring back this excitement. And if Austin has it, we want it. If Dallas has it, we want it. If San Antonio has it, we want it. And why shouldn't we? So there's no longer going to be any mediocre mindset. You guys bring in excitement, and this is an exciting time to be in El Paso. I say it over and over again.
I couldn't agree more with you. But coming into big words like that and big movements, you definitely need, a good breakfast. So what did you eat this morning to make you kind of have that pep in your step?
Coffee.
Coffee? What kind of coffee do you drink?
Pumpkin spice latte.
That's your go-to? You can't even get that all year.
You know what? I'm just a regular coffee girl, but I have a lot of creamer in my coffee. I'm not a straight black chick. It's got to be some sweetener going on.
Gotcha.
But it's sugar-free because I count calories.
Counting calories.
I'm a calorie counter. I exercise, though. I exercise every morning. Thus all my little cripple things going on in my life.
Yeah, you recently got a couple injuries.
Yeah, I learned that you're not allowed to run the fastest mile you've ever run and then text it to everybody, because when you do that, you fall down and break your arm. I've learned that.
So you're kind of 1 for 1. Last year, around our best of, you hurt your wrist, and then this year you kind of broke.
I would not like to say that I'm clumsy. I would like to say that I do a lot in a day, and busy people fall down.
I agree. So with all that being said, it is kind of the busiest time of the year for us. I do work for you, and I know we've really been pushing really hard, and we hit I believe our biggest month in the history of the magazine.
It's the history of both magazines I've owned. So it's an exciting time for us. you always worry when you're coming to goals and reaching goals, and is the number really a true number? But we did go to print yesterday, and yeah, we hit the biggest number I've ever seen in the entire history of the magazine.
Do you think that reflects people wanting to be smarter marketers locally? Do you think it's our job to kind of go out there, or all media in general, really putting themselves out there and trying to really flip the script between saying like, you guys need us, by saying, let's work together and we can educate you on what we do. You guys are the experts in your field. Let us kind of take your message. And
you know what? I think people have finally realized the importance of the magazine world. I think there's an appreciation there. I think the longevity of us having, whoa, driver, you got a little spin going on there. I think the longevity of the magazine shows people we're here to stay, we're here, we care about the city.
right.
You know, our foundation is we talk only about the good things going on in the city, and we don't discriminate. You know, it's not about my friends, it's not about your friends, it's about going on and the excitement of what's going on. So yeah, and I think people are smarter. They've become very educated. You know, people, at one time we thought radio was the only way to go. One time TV was the only way to go. People are realizing if you want to touch every market, you have to be incredibly diversified. So it's a smarter business owner.
So I guess with all the growth coming along, what are you most excited for coming into 2019 with El Paso?
You know, you can't look around El Paso and not see the excitement of the growth. We recently moved downtown a year ago, you know that. It was a big jump for us. You know, we have parking issues that we deal with every single day, just like anybody in a big city does. We came in and remodeled, and I believe it was really important for us to be downtown because I think the lifestyle magazine should be in the center of the city. And I think all of us have to make some sacrifices to be able to grow our downtown, or we're going to be asleep at the wheel. So, you know, I love looking at the infrastructure. We look right over to our left-hand side, and when we look out our window, we can see where the freeway is coming up, and it looks like it's crossing over into Juarez. But we all know it's not. That's illegal. There's a Rio Grande. We own the half, they own the half. And so we cross right up on the edge and come right back. And to my knowledge, we're the only one in the United States that will cross over that close to another country, just barely tag in. Yeah.
I think that is like a big thing when people say, when they come to El Paso, and like, what should we do? And I'm always like, you need to drive on Paisano.
Oh my God.
I think people don't realize we're literally a stone's throw away from Mexico, and I think it's kind of a culture shock, and it's important to, you know, really utilize that presence here, and I think it kind of makes us a little bit better, and I think we get a lot of flavor of that into the magazine. But
we do. You know, we say we're regional, and we mean that. You know, we cover stuff going on in Juarez, we cover stuff going on in Sunland Park, so we really are going across the border, we're across the state, and we cover everything going on in the city. So yeah.
So, but beyond all the seriousness and the business stuff, sometimes I know you need to unwind at the end of the day. So what's the go-to cocktail? What's the drink?
Vodka tonic, 2 limes short. Please don't serve me a tall one. And I like a great glass of wine, Merlot, something heavy, probably from Napa.
Do you like to pair that with any food? What's your favorite meal? Do you have one?
So, you know, I'm a ranch girl, right?
I know.
I grew up on a ranch, and I'm a big meat eater. So there's nothing better for me than a great steak.
Okay. Cool. So growing up on a ranch, what kind of, where exactly did you guys grow up and what did you do?
Oh, here we go. I grew up outside of Albuquerque in the middle of nowhere on the Rio Grande, 20 miles from anywhere. And you know this, I rodeoed all my life, team roped forever, ran barrels forever.
Could you still do it?
Absolutely, I can still do it. Very competitive, won a lot of money. Everything that we did was for money when we were competing.
Sure.
And so yeah, we branded cattle. I drug cattle to the fire. I can castrate. I'm good with a knife.
Do you think that type of work ethic and just kind of grit and toughness really helped you kind of build a legacy being a woman here in El Paso?
So a lot of people don't realize I grew up with 16 boys living in my house. I don't know if you know that or not.
I didn't know.
So I grew up at the New Mexico Boys Ranch. My parents were house parents of the New Mexico Boys Ranch. So I grew up with a lot of boys. So I learned how to fight. I learned how to bale hay. And it was just one of those things where boys didn't get to outdo me.
Right.
So there was a competitiveness. I was very lucky. I will say that my mother worried that I would not have any femininity to me. So she made me go to a modeling school my sophomore, junior, and senior year in high school.
Let me stop you there because I have a question about your modeling, and I don't know if this has something to do with it, but I was given this to kind of ask about. So if you guys want to see this.
Oh my God, we will kill you. Let's remove that.
So
Chaz,
does this have to do with the date of you being in modeling?
So that was in college, and I gained 32 pounds in college like we all do. It was a Playboy bunny party, and everyone dressed as a Playboy bunny, and they may have overserved me. That's what that story's all about. Let's put that down and go on to something more important.
So this is our hero for the day.
Don't we love those?
So I guess, I've also, I know you have a roster of stories inside, and you like to let them out at the appropriate times. But I did want to ask about something, since you did grow up with, the cattle and, getting dirty and being tough. I know you got hurt a lot out there. And one of the times I know you got your leg completely crushed, I believe. And there was some sort of story, what you said in the hospital about things about it that I know we're curious to know about.
I got bucked off a colt, and I broke my femur in 6 places, my hip, my pelvis. I was in a wheelchair for a long time, walker, told I would never walk again. Anyway, moving on, I do have stories in the medical world with doctors that I seem to be flirtatious and tell incredibly dirty jokes while I am coming out. And I am known for, hitting on every doctor that operates on me. I think I tell them to leave their wife and choose me. They tell me all this later.
Has it worked?
No doctors have chosen me.
Okay.
Sorry, darn it.
All right. How do you feel about where your stance is and where you guys are headed in 2019?
You know what? So I was recently asked, actually yesterday, I was asked, did you think when you first started the magazine that it would be where it is today?
Yeah.
And the answer is 100% absolutely. And I think the reason that I knew that is, again, referencing other cities. But when you look at other cities and publications that they have that are successful, of course we needed it. Of course, I sometimes get that comment of, hey, this doesn't look like it comes out of El Paso. And for me,
I get that a lot.
It's a double-edged sword.
Sure.
I'm very proud that this looks like a big city publication, but I also have to ask, what makes people think that we don't have the quality of people to produce the publication that we have?
Right.
I think it's really exciting to know that all of our writers are from El Paso.
Right.
All of our photography comes from El Paso. We're a locally owned business, and I think we really do a good job of showcasing the amazing talent we have right here in El Paso.
I agree with you, and I want to thank you guys for kind of hanging out with us today and letting us do this interview with Shelley. She's our
Wait a minute,
CEO.
I'm not through yet. So I want to turn the tables back on you, Jesse.
Okay.
You thought you were going to interview me. I have to be the boss here, right?
I know.
So Jesse, tell me one of the most embarrassing moments you've had in the last year.
One of the most embarrassing moments I had in the last year.
Come on.
I honestly feel like I'm pretty open, so I'm not easily embarrassed.
You're not?
I don't think so, unless you know something I don't know.
Come on. So Jesse, tell me
Yes.
what's going on with you, and let's talk a second about where you just came from and the travel you just took.
I just did a 3-week tour through Europe, and it was eye-opening. It was crazy. I went to London, Amsterdam, Budapest, Athens, and Mykonos. We ate as much food as we could and did as much markets as we could do, just try to really submerge ourselves into the culture and the community. Huge respect for the United States after that.
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't there, but I just feel that there was a very kind of disconnect with how good I feel like we have it here. And crazy.
So one of the things you said to me that was so important and touched my heart is you came from the food industry.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Jesse's a chef, owned his own business. We pulled him into the sales world accidentally, if you have, and he kills it. And he's one of our lead sales persons. I won't say a salesman, that's not nice, but one of our lead salespersons for the last year. But one of the things you said is, I've never been on a vacation.
Yeah.
And because the times you've traveled with a band, and there's a whole nother story there, but the times you traveled with a band, you said it was never really vacation.
Right.
So you told me this is the first time in your life you were on a paid vacation.
Right.
And you were paid the entire time you were on vacation. So for me, that was important to know that was kind of something you earned, and you earned it through the magazine.
Yeah, it's just always staying busy and staying in projects. Every time we had time off, we were using it to kind of just build another project or
Right.
get a group together and do stuff. And this was kind of the first time there was no reason to go. We just really wanted to kind of get a culture shock and see what's up. With all that being said, the best takeaway I can give you guys is Mexican food is the best food on the planet.
Nice.
And El Paso does it better than most.
Okay.
Better than everyone, as far as I'm
So
concerned.
anything in your future this next year we need to know about, Jesse?
I want to go to Japan.
Ah.
Japan's a big one. I know we are working on making the magazine bigger in El Paso.
There's a lot going on.
A lot going on. We're really trying to get involved with some schools, and I know that's going to be a good push for us. So,
Okay.
all right, let me do some quick fire stuff.
Okay, quick fire
Quick
question.
fire stuff.
Fast.
Favorite food?
Steak,
What kind of steak?
medium rare,
What-
with blue cheese on
What's
it.
the cut?
Oh, I'll take any cut. I'm
Any
good.
cut?
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite dessert?
Creme brulee from Cafe Central.
What's your favorite color?
Red.
Favorite dog?
Poodles with a little taste of a weenie dog.
Okay. What is your favorite city you've been to besides El Paso?
You know what? New York by far. I'm a New York girl. I just came back 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I love New York. I love everything about it. I love the big city. I love looking at the windows. My background's design, so there's nothing crazier about going and seeing all the design.
Sure. Favorite type of transportation?
A horse.
The horse?
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Okay.
Do you watch any type of sports?
I'm not a sports girl.
What is something you will not miss on an annual, I know you compare it to sports, like a Super Bowl. What's the one thing
I
on
love
TV?
the Academy Awards.
The Academy Awards?
Absolutely.
And what do you look forward to most on the Academy Awards?
What the women are wearing.
Okay. Let's see. What else is rapid fire here? What's your favorite movie?
Maybe Tiffany. Tiffany's. I love
Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yeah. I'm old Hollywood. I love Elizabeth Taylor. I love anything old Hollywood. So any of the old Hollywood movies probably.
Cool. And your favorite band or musician?
ZZ Top is up there pretty big.
Really?
AC/DC's pretty big.
Wow.
Tim McGraw, I spent a little time with a year and a half ago. So I like country. I love Latin. I love rock. I'm a little diversified.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas, by far.
You do decorate pretty heavily for Christmas.
I have 5 Christmas trees in my house. And a 13-foot live Christmas tree in my living room. So yeah, I love Christmas.
What is the best Christmas gift you've ever gotten?
I think my son was about 4 years old and he bought me from Walmart the prettiest little diamond necklace.
Okay.
It wasn't really diamond, but he thought it was.
What about the best gift you've ever given?
I don't know. I don't know what gift I've ever given that's best. That's a tough one, Skip.
Yeah.
I don't know. I give a lot of gifts.
Well, how about this? Anyone who's looking to buy a gift for their significant other, what's a really good go-to for the holiday season?
Local is always great. I'm a fur girl. Sorry, PETA. So I love furs. Furs are amazing for women, and you can't go wrong with jewelry. We all like jewelry. So as far as for a woman, I think and we have amazing jewelry stores.
We do.
have gift shops. You can walk into Vanities and get anything you want in Vanities. There's a No Go Wrong, Randy Johnson. I mean, our jewelry stores are amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you. I've had a great time, and I got out of the office, which I never get out. So
Yeah, it's nice to see you in a new element.
isn't it that?
Usually yelling at people behind the desk.
Continually yelling. And hey, the ride I'm in right now is not too shabby either.
It's not. And I want to thank George for driving us around. He's from Audi. If you want to go ahead and kind of introduce the car again.
Hey guys, my name is George. This is the brand new Audi Q8 2019. It's brand spanking new, so come visit us if you want to test drive at 1444 Airway.
Well, let me tell you what I like about it. The doors close by themselves. How about that?
And I think the parking thing is really cool with all the bird's eye views, and that was pretty impressive. Also, I want to thank Las Palmas del Sol for supporting our project. This is kind of a big deal for us. We're really jumping into some new stuff to really put the power into the people in El Paso. I think that's always been one of our strengths, and now we're really trying to push that movement. So thanks again, Las Palmas del Sol, for your continued support of the City magazine.
Well, and thank the readers. You let us diversify. We're everywhere right now. We have a digital component that's huge.
Yeah.
We just had 164,000 people go to our website and vote during the best of, which is crazy. I won't say which mayor, but one of the mayors told me that in comparison to the people that vote for mayor, but the people who vote for, most romantic restaurant, our votes are ridiculous. And shame on us that we're not voting for the mayor, but we're incredibly happy that people really support us and come and vote for their best whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.